All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make the head for your nut and bolt. Your head is going to have your initials in it. So I'm going to start with the polygon tool. It doesn't really matter how big you make it because we are going to later on, we can scale it to the size that you want. So I'll do a radius of 1 foot, but it really doesn't matter. Also, I want 6 sides, which in this case I have. If yours did not have 6 sides, now you just type in how many sides you want. So let's say I wanted 3 sides, like a triangle. I type in 3s, enter, and now it has 3 sides. So in this case, I want 6s for 6 sides, enter. So I'm back to where I have 6 sides. Okay. I'm also going to pull it up a foot, 1 foot, but it doesn't matter because in the end, again, you can scale it. You know how to use the scale tool, so you can scale it to whatever you want. Okay, now that I have this, the top of it, I'm gonna make my initials. So I grab see if I can find it. There we go. The 3D text tool, and I type in my initials in all capital. So first and last initials. You can set the height to whatever you want and the extrusion to whatever you want, because again, mine is 6 inches and 6 inches, but again, we can scale them if it does not work for us. So I'm gonna OK. Bam, here it is. So I can see that my letters are already kind of small. I want to make them bigger. So I just go to my scale tool and I just scale them up. Let's try it like that. Bam. So now, as I can see, both of them on the ground, I want this guy lifted a little bit above the top. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take my move tool. I'm going to lift it up in the air. Bam. So you want it a little bit above the top. So see, like this? Good. Okay, now I'm just going to move them on top of, I have one more step. As I click on this guy, you can see that I can select different surfaces on it. I want to make this guy like a one entity, so I can make it a group or a component, doesn't matter. I'm going to select the whole thing and I'm going to make it a group. So now you can see when I click on this, it selects the whole thing. When I click on this guy, it selects the whole thing. So I have a group and a group, or a component, whatever you make it. Now I'm going to move this guy on top. I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to move it in. Bam. And then I want to align it. So it's not really in the middle. I want to move it down a little bit. Bam, maybe right there. I could even, if I wanted to, I can rotate it so it aligns with this, just to show you how to do that. Again, I could grab my rotate tool, click on the end of this guy, click on the end of this guy, and kind of align it with my bottom line down there. Bam. So now I want to move it again so it aligns. Bam. Bam. So now it looks like it's kind of in the middle. Bam. And it comes out of it. Maybe if I've total HD, you can move it slightly to this side. There we go. So now it looks like in the middle. So I have basically two components. I have this guy, my lettering is a group. My bottom is a group. And now I'm going to basically subtract them from each other. So I'm going to subtract this guy out or trim it out, which is a solid tool. So basically, I want the letters trimmed from this. So I select my letters, already selected. I clicked on it. Bottom selected, top selected. So I select my lettering, right? Then I go to my solid tools right here. Bam, I can add them. I can make a union of them. I can subtract them. I can trim them. I can intersect them. I can split them, whatever I want to do. I want to trim them. So I hit my trim button. So I'm going to trim this guy. That's number 1. And then number 2 from the bottom. Click on the bottom 2. Okay, so now it doesn't look like anything happened, but when I move this guy away now, you can see that it left kind of my initials carved in that. So now if I had like a special screwdriver with this tip, I can actually undo that screw. So I have kind of a new security tip. So you're going to do your initials for your nut and bolt on top of it, and that's how we know that it is uniquely yours. So I hope that made sense.